After contracting a high fever in 1792, Goya was left deaf, and he became more introspective. During this time, he read a great deal about the French Revolution and its philosophy. The bitter series of engravings that resulted were published in 1799 under the title Caprichos. In this series, he speaks against the predominance of superstition, the ignorance and inabilities of the various members of the ruling class, or the decline of rationality. Some of them have anti-clerical themes. The most known is A Sleep of Reason Produces Monsters. It consists of a self-portrait of the artist with his head on a table as owls and bats surround him. It can be explained as a portrayal of what emerges when reason is suppressed, and therefore as a praise of Enlightenment ideals. Between 1800 and 1801, he completed Carlos IV of Spain and his family. It features life-size depictions of the royal family. The painting was modelled on Velázquez's Las Meninas, and we can see a self-portrait of Goya in the background. French forces invaded Spain in 1808, leading to the Peninsular War 1808 to 1814. The new Spanish court of Joseph I, the brother of Napoleon Bonaparte, received Goya as royal painter, as had its predecessors. He was deeply affected by the war, and he produced a series of prints in response to the conflict. It was the one known as the Disasters of War. They were not published until 1863, 35 years after his death. It is likely that only then was it considered politically safe to distribute a sequence of artworks criticizing both the French and the restored Bourbons. In February 1814, after the final expulsion of the French, Goya approached the provisional government offering to perpetuate by means of his brush the heroic actions of the insurrection against Napoleon. His proposal accepted, Goya began work on the 2nd of May 1808, also known as the Charge of the Mamelukes, and the 3rd of May, or Los Fusilamientos del 3 de Mayo. It is not known whether he had personally witnessed either the rebellion or the reprisals. In later life, Goya bought a house called Quinta del Sordo, Deaf Man's House, and painted many unusual paintings on canvas and on the walls, including references to witchcraft and war. One of these is the famous work Saturn Devouring His Son. This painting is one of 14 in the series known as the Black Paintings, with intense, haunting themes reflective of the artist's fear of insanity and his outlook on humanity. At the beginning of 1823, as a result of the Congress of Verona, the French invaded Spain, restoring absolutism. Goya left the country in May 1824 for Bordeaux, where he settled in Paris. He came back to Spain in 1826, but he returned in ill health to Bordeaux. There he painted his last works and died in 1828 at the age of 82. In 1919, Goya's remains were transferred from Bordeaux to the Royal Chapel of St. Anthony of la Florida, or Real Ermita de San Antonio de la Florida, where he had painted the frescoes in the dome.